Hey, coming up in just a little bit, we're going to be talking to Laurie Watson. She runs the Awakening Center psychotherapy practice. It's a center for intimacy and sexuality. So if you're having intimacy or sexuality issues in your marriage or relationship, be thinking about those because she's going to take some calls when she comes in here in just a couple.
Stay on the scene.
Laurie Watson's appearance on Bob and the Showgram is for entertainment purposes only and not intended as a substitute for treatment. All comments made by Laurie Watson while appearing on the show is for your listening pleasure. If you believe that you are in need of treatment, please contact a local licensed therapist.
Or just hit it with a hammer. All right, so here we go. This is Laurie Watson, who is... I've been wanting to have a sex therapist on here forever.
Hey, Bob.
Put in professional.
We're put in professional.
Right.
We're glad that you're here.
Thank you.
And so we're going to get right to the phones because we already got a bunch of people ready to go.
Okay,
here.
great.
Is that good? All right.
Great.
Heather, hi.
Hey,
What's your question for Laurie?
I have a question. It's probably one of the same questions that everybody else has. I'm 30 years old. My husband and I have been married for 11 years this month. And we have one child. She's 7. But my thing is that he and I are not on the same level as far as sex drive. He could literally do it every day, 5 times a day. And I'm just maybe once a week, once every other week.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about it, but I don't know how to improve it. So I didn't know if you had any suggestions for me.
Okay, Laurie, she's 30 years old. He could have sex all day, every day. Her husband's sex drive is crazy, but hers is not.
Okay. So how often do you want to have sex? Once a week?
Maybe twice a week. I mean, I would rather, once a week is fine with me, but, I would like to please him, so maybe 2-3 times a week max.
Uh-huh. And can you please him in other ways than having full-on sex, like doing some extra things on the side, maybe that don't take so much time?
On the side, wouldn't that hurt?
Probably not, because once, you get into that mood, it's kind of like he doesn't want to stop, so it's not like he would be satisfied with just, I don't want to get into too much, but
right.
Kind of see what I'm saying.
Right. Okay, so what does he say when you talk about just twice a week?
Well, we really
deprived?
don't talk about twice a week because we mostly only do it once a week.
Do you have kids, Heather?
We only have a 7-year-old, so...
Yeah. So, I'm not a professional, but...
Thank you for clarifying.
But I did stay at the Holiday Express last night. All right, so here, let me just ask this. Is it a good thing or a bad thing, Laurie, to have you can pull the other one on the other side. She's having headphone issues.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, this one. Just twist that one on.
Okay.
Hang on, Mike's coming to help you. Hang on.
There you go.
Hey, she's a sex therapist, not a headphone therapist.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, so is it bad to say, or I don't want to say require, but for lack of a better word, is it bad to require, like, I always try to go like the 2x2, which is 2 during the week, 2 on the weekends.
2x2.
2x2.
That's a good formula.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's worked out for me not so well, but, it sounds great. But a 2x2, is it bad to require, whether it's like Heather's wanted, 3 times a week or something like that, is it bad to require or to have expectations when it comes to the bedroom?
Well, I think that when we get married, we make this huge promise. We make a promise to meet our partner's sexual needs. And that doesn't mean lay down and think about England, not a leg over, not an arm over kind of sex.
Right.
But I do think we have to be aware of the differences of frequency that our partner needs and make some effort toward that. And sometimes it doesn't really require quite as much effort, I think, as people think. It might be a loving exchange for one, and the other, maybe reaches glory, and the first one doesn't.
Right. It's like playing the slinky. Once you start putting it down the stairs, the fun is going crazy, and you can't stop.
Right.
Is that okay? That's kind of sad that I brought that up. But this is Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Bob. I had a question. I basically am 24. I hate sex. It gives me anxiety attacks, and I have all kinds of problems with it.
Yes, she's 24. She hates sex.
Okay. Why do you hate sex?
I couldn't even tell you. Like, I just
Does
feel
it
mentally
hurt?
blocked from it. That, I can't even really feel it most of the time.
Okay.
You're with an English guy. That's the problem.
Do you have orgasms?
No.
Okay, well, that's probably why you don't like sex yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's
You need to
24.
learn-
How long should she wait? I mean, for the love of all that is holy.
Well, as sad as it is to say, a woman has to work to get to that point.
That's absolutely right.
Like, guys, y'all, it just kind of comes naturally to you. We have to work to get to that point, and it's whether it's position or whatever works for your body, and you know how to make it happen. You really do have to put forth the effort to get yourself to that point.
Right, and most women don't reach orgasm through pudding.
Yeah.
You know, most orgasm need something else.
Can we
and
just
they-
say because that's making me really
the, oh,
uncomfortable.
okay.
Let's call
they
it
don't.
Oprah.
They don't. Reach,
Oprah. Say, call it Oprah.
they don't reach Oprah
Yeah.
through intercourse. That's right.
That's even better.
Yeah,
Really?
only 15% of all women can reach glory that way.
Oprah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% of all women reach it through stroking the man in the little canoe.
Wow.
Okay. So you suggest that? So are you suggesting that Alex, who's 24 years old, become more familiar with her own body
Self-exploration.
to be able to be prepared for when that happens?
That would be great. Alex, do you know how to do it yourself?
Tickle the bean.
I do, and I can have an orgasm by myself.
Hey,
But when it
Oprah. Hello.
Have you
But
shown
when
your
it-
partner that?
Yeah.
Great. And does he take time to do that with you?
Sometimes. Not
But Alex,
really.
okay, let me just say
Okay.
this. Let me say on the guy part.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, it makes you feel like less of a man.
If you
Period.
can't do it with the pudding, or you can't do it, period.
No, if you can't make her Oprah,
Uh-huh.
it makes you feel less of a guy. Am I right?
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
you don't want her
Well,
to fake it either.
I think there's a lot of ignorance in terms of how long it takes a woman to get there. You know, most women, it takes about 20 minutes just to kind of warm up, let go of the day.
Yeah.
And it takes another 20 minutes of direct
Shouldn't that be done before I get home?
canoeing to actually get there.
Alex, let me ask you this: Are you in a like a committed relationship or married or anything?
I'm not right now. We just broke up in the family because of this problem.
Wow. Well, I mean, you know, you kind of have to. You kind of have to expect that a little bit, don't you? I mean, if you're,
Yeah, no, I know. I can expect it.
yeah, but
I'm
that
not meeting his needs.
I don't think it's not you not reaching glory. I think it's that you haven't found a way to enjoy it and to share that love with him in that way,
How about-
which is really important.
How about Andy Dick when he was on Old School?
Andy Dick, what a name. Go ahead.
That
Great choice of actor.
did you ever see Old School?
No.
Okay, Old School had a guy. He was a guy who came and showed kind of how things happened. It's so funny to
Really?
me.
That's
Literally.
not going to help her with her problem, though. What they did, that class,
well,
is
maybe.
of no benefit to her whatsoever. That's how to.
Oh, you guys are supposed to enjoy it too?
Yes.
Oh, that's completely different. That's completely. But you know what I would think would be a good idea? I mean, I'm just a guy, so what do I know? But here's what I would think would. And Alex, let me ask you this: would you be willing at 24? Would you be willing to do something like this? If there were classes where somebody like you went to the
I don't
house.
do those kind of classes.
No. But I mean,
Okay.
you went to a house,
Right.
And there were 15 girlfriends that are all hanging out, and you were to give them information and instruction. And there was some wine, and and it was funny.
Lovely idea. I would never do that in a million years.
Wouldn't?
No.
But see, she already knows how to do it.
Alex, would
She
you?
already knows how to do it by herself.
Would you
it's
go to that?
translating it.
I don't know. Like she said, I already know how to do it by myself. So
I know, but we have questions, and
Right.
that person can give
Like an
answers.
open house, a Q&A,
Well,
right?
if the house was open,
It's
maybe.
like a pampered chef party minus all of the,
All of the chef.
kitchen utensils.
Well,
There are parties like that. There are sex toy parties and
Exactly.
things.
But
Yeah.
no, I would have to pass.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And as a guy, this is rule number 1: never buy a gift for your wife that is a better gift than what you have.
Sage advice.
So I've heard. I'm not 100%, but that's what I've heard. All right, listen, I think those are 2 pretty good calls. So let's do a break. We'll come back and we'll do one more round here. Sex therapist Laurie Watson with us back after this. Hang on.